So there seems to be an issue right now with the young Republicans. This from Hoodlum, 84,000 views. All I did was I typed in Politico here because there's a huge story right now. Guess this fat guy is involved. Um, see if I can find the. Here we go. Here's Political's article. Let's go straight to the source. Exclusive. Thousands. Why am I so dark? Why is it so dark here? Shouldn't be, but okay. Exclusive. Thousands of leaked messages show leaders of young Republican groups joking about gas chambers, slavery, and can't say that word on YouTube in a private Telegram chat. Inside Rising GOP leaders, racist chats obtained by Political and spending more than 7 months. Let's take a look at this. Let's see what's going on. Everyone that votes. Wow. Phew. That is it's a whole lot of taken out of context, isn't it? Just little bloop, 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 bloops. Okay, let's see. Everyone who votes no is going to the gas chamber. Fire emoji. When do we bring that side out? You're giving nationals too much credit and expecting the... Can't call them out. To be honest, are you going to do whatever it takes? I love... Really? Oh my god. Also, we are officially under consideration for a Trump endorsement. Under consideration, but should not be. I'm ready to watch people burn now. Oh my god. Oh my god. These are like the dumbest fucking people in the... I don't know if it's been long enough for me. I might have to bleep that one out. I don't know if it's been long enough for me to say that. I'd go to the zoo if I wanted to watch monkey play ball. Monkeys don't even play ball in the zoo. This idiot's never been to a zoo. If we ever had a leak of this chat, we would be cooked for real, for real. For real, for realsies. Yeah, dumbasses, stupids, dumb, stupid. When do we start? I've seen these kind of chats before where it's just the dumbest people in the world saying the stupidest shit ever. When did we start bullying dude? Who the fuck is dude? No context. Kick the bitch. Kick the baby. Like there's nothing. What's the context behind this? What bitch? And everyone that endorsed but then votes for us is going to the... That doesn't even make sense. It was... That word. Boom, they're dead. That probably has to do with like one of the boats from South America. He also hates the... Okay. They love... Not saying that. Stay in the closet. Wait, did they actually censor their own text? They actually censored their own text in a group chat? That's kind of funny. That's kind of funny. This girl is fully RD'd. Did Hassan write these texts? Yo! Extremist text right here. Yo! Super extremist. Oh, God. This leaders of young Republican groups throughout the country worried what would happen if their Telegram chat ever got leaked, but they kept typing anyway. Yeah, because they're stupid. Because all kids are stupid. All of them. Up until, men are stupid forever, but Initially, you're stupid right up until about 25 when that little part of your head like fully forms for guys. Like it takes 25 years for that to happen. They referred to black people as monkeys and the watermelon people. I'm just reading what the news report says. The watermelon people. Asians like watermelon. They add salt to it. It's okay. And mused about putting their political opponents in gas chambers. They talked about, can't say that word, their enemies and driving them to can't say that word, and lauded Republicans who they believe supported what do they call it in Thor Ragnarok? The unpaid servants. Yeah, there's a lot going on here. There's a lot going on here. Wow. William Hendricks from Kansas, of course. Of course he's from Kansas. Kansas Young Republicans vice chair. Vice chair. This dude is a vice chair? Is this the fat kid? Is this the fat kid up here? No. Oh, go back. Go back. Is this fat kid right here? Oh, I bet it is. What's this? William Hendricks. What was the name? Oh, what was the name? William Hendricks. Of course, it's this fat piece of shit. Look at this. 0 weight control. 0 weight control. Wow. Look at that. Look at that. Imagine having thighs that thick and a BMI and tits that stick out that far. As a dude. Yeah, cool. Fucking dumbass. I think we're far enough in this I can use words like that now. William Hendricks, the Kansas Young Republicans vice chair, used the words in... What is that? Minus sign, g. And in minus sign, goo. Ga and g. Ga, g. Ga, g. Okay. Variations of a racial slur more than a dozen times in the chat. No way, that's a shocker. Bobby Walker, the vice chair... Kansas is so pleasant. Bobby Walker, the vice chair of New York State Young Republicans at the time, referred to that word I cannot say on YouTube as epic. In reference to what? Like, obviously this dude's a fucking dumbass. But like, epic is in what way? So, Peter Guienta, who at the time was chair of the same organization. This is all people from fucking Kansas. Of course it is. Wrote in a message sent in June that everyone that votes no is going to the gas chamber. Okay, so none of these people have any actual power. This is just some stupid organization. Who even... It's not even... What is this organization? So... Guienta was referring to an upcoming vote whether he should become chair of the Young... So this is all internal fighting. No wonder they're stupid. No wonder. The GOP's 15,000 member political organization for Republicans between 18 and 40. That's a huge fucking gap, by the way. Nobody 35 years and older or 30 years and older is going to let a little child like this this high calorie American, no millennial wants to hear what this idiot has to say. None. Wow. 18 and 40 years old. That is not, it's not young. 40 is not young. I get how like the current political climate, like 40 could be considered young because all we vote into office is 80-year-old boomers who have already fucked everything up so hard that they're just like, wow, anybody who's under 60 is just a child. I'm going to create, let's go on. I'm going to create some of the greatest physiological torture methods known to man. We only want true believers. I doubt that. I seriously doubt that. I seriously doubt this person who never served in the United States military, who never had hardship in his life, who grew up with a silver spoon. Obviously, it was a big spoon. You're not going to do anything, and your dumbass friend's not going to do anything either. Everyone that votes no is going to the gas chamber, blah, blah. This is an internal vote thing from the way that it sounds. When did we start bullying, dude? All these are fucking kids. They're stupid. Children are stupid. Anybody under the age of 30 is stupid. We have solid 3 people who can probably have them want to jump. That's not even proper English. Have them want. This is why we're getting rid of the Department of Education, because they can't even talk properly. If they vote for us, why would they be gassed? When do we bring that side out? They're literally talking about their own internal vote. Can we fix the showers? Gas chambers don't fit the, can't say that word, aesthetic. I'm ready to watch people burn now. These are just so fucking stupid. Oh my god, this is obviously the youngest dumbasses ever. Can we fix the shower? Yeah, I read that. A liberating atmosphere. The 2,900 pages of chats shared among a dozen millennial and Gen Z Republicans. Ooh, yeah, a lot of people are going to learn a lot about millennials and Gen Zs in the next few years, especially Gen Z. Between early January and mid-August, chronicle their campaign to seize control of the national, like they are literally talking about taking their own organization over. Like this is a group of dumbasses trying to take over that organization. It's so the people they're talking about gassing are other Republicans. Like, do you not understand that that's what they're talking? They're talking about gassing other Republicans. These are the dumbest people in the world. Together, the messages reveal a culture where racist, anti-Semitic, and violent rhetoric circulate freely. Well, let's just move on from there. JD Vance posted, this is far worse than anything said in a college group chat. Most of them are college age, especially Fatty McFatterson here. And I'm not going to let up on Fatty McFatterson here. Oh, wow. You have a BMI of 72? Fucktard. So this video is gonna be so blacklisted. It might not be blacklisted. Like I don't usually fucking hit on the right this much, but for fuck's sakes, look at this fat retard. God. JD Vance said this is far worse than anything said in a college group chat, and the guy who said it could become the AG of Virginia. Okay, so he's talking about Jay Jones. I refuse to join the pearl clutching when powerful people call for political violence. So Jay Jones, if you're not aware, so this is the person talking to Jay Jones on the right, on the blue side, and Jay Jones is answering on the gray side. So he said, you weren't simply asking questions and you know it. He said, I genuinely was. I wasn't attacking you. I was trying to understand your logic. You weren't trying to understand. You were talking about hoping Jennifer Gilbert's, this is a former Republican of Virginia's wife, children would, I think I can say die. Yeah. You were talking about hoping Jennifer Gilbert's children would die. And Jay Jones, who is currently running for the Attorney General of Virginia, a state I lived in for 9 years, is saying yes. Yes. This guy's running to be the head law enforcement of the state of Virginia and said, yes, I told you this before. Only when people feel pain personally do they move on policy. Wow. So this is a Democrat running for office, not these stupid ass retards. Not Fatty McFatterson over here, who is not running for any political office. But this guy is actually running for political office, saying, yes, he hopes that the wife of his political opponent holds their children in her arms while they cease to be on the next census so that they can have the same political views that he does. Don't believe me? Let's look further into this. Oh, Mr. Jay Jones. Oh, boy. So somebody, whoever he was talking to, which was another member of Virginia's political caucus, you weren't simply asking the questions, so that's what we just went over. I've said this before, only when people feel pain personally do they move on policy. So he's talking about, again, like I said before, what he's talking about is if somebody experiences a death in their family, then they will move towards what Jay Jones wants politically. So that's what he's hoping for. There isn't, I point blank asked you more than 3 times and you dug in and you meant it. I honestly am questioning a lot today. I mean, do I think Todd and Jennifer are evil and that they're breeding little fascists? Yes. So he believes that a Republican state, I don't know if he's in the Senate or the state house, but a state representative are evil. Him and his wife are evil. He says, yes, they're evil. And he thinks their children are little fascists. And he thinks they should die, too, by the way. He thinks they should die in the wife's arms. They say nice things about everyone, LOL. If those guys die before me, I will go to their funerals and piss on their graves. Send them out awash in something. Jay Jones. 3 people, 2 bullets. Gilbert, still can't say Adolf's name. And Pol Pot. You got to understand the reason why I can't say the middle name is because YouTube really loves communists, so I can say Pol Pot and Gilbert, and they'll just be like, yay! Gilbert gets 2 bullets to, well, Gilbert being, okay, let me rephrase that. Gilbert because he's a Republican, and Pol Pot because he's a communist. But I can't say that one. Can't say that name. So Gilbert gets 2 bullets to the head. Wow. Wow. Spoiler, put Gilbert in the crew with the two worst people you know, and he receives both bullets every time. This is somebody running for fucking political office. That is what is happening here. It's not Fatty being fat in Kansas that nobody gives a fuck about. It is somebody in Virginia running as the attorney general who says, I hope my political opponents get murdered. LOL. And you know, who he's talking to says, Jay, please stop. LOL. Okay. It really bothers me when you talk about hurting people or wishing death on them. Obviously, this is nowhere near the first fucking time this has happened. But Fats here, you know, this is what we should be worried about. All the fats having a political discourse and saying a bunch of stupid shit. But talking about murdering your political opponent's children, that's okay. That's okay. And you want to know why it's okay? Because it's been revealed that in 2021, this happened 4 fucking years ago, Jay Jones helped get Norfolk, Virginia Police Lieutenant William Kelly fired for donating just $25 to Kyle Rittenhouse's legal defense. Why is it getting so dark? $25. I'm sorry if this video is going to get dark. I'm trying to finish it up before the sun goes down. He got this dude fired. He called it utterly disgusting. Jay Jones is calling for the Norfolk police officer's resignation if the Rittenhouse allegations are true. Well, guess what? Rittenhouse was acquitted on all charges, and the Norfolk PD officer still had to lose his job. Now I want to look at this because this also deals with Jay Jones. Hold on, I might have to move my... There we go.
Senator, do you still support Jay Jones? You do. What do you think he should drop out of this race after those comments? I just answered your question.
So, Tim Kaine. Oh, Tim Kaine. Tim Kaine is a Democratic senator from Virginia, from the Virginia Beach area, and he just said, we just heard him say it. And this is after everything that was released that he was texting.
Senator, do you still support Jay Jones? You do. What do you think he should drop out of this race after those comments?
No. He only supports murdering children in front of their parents. And Tim Kaine absolutely just says, no, I still support him. I do support him. And no, I already answered your question. Fucking. And speaking of Tim Kaine, oh no, Tim Kaine's son stormed the Minnesota Capitol in an anti-Trump riot in 2017 and set off an explosive device and tear gas and fought the police. I know you can't see me, it's getting dark. Sorry, guys. He didn't do any jail time because his father is a Democratic senator. His son stormed the Minnesota Capitol in an anti-Trump riot in 2017, that's a terroristic act, set off explosive device, fought the police, didn't do any jail time. That is Tim Kaine's son. But that's okay. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. You know why? Because Tim Kaine fully supports murdering his political opponent's children.
Do you think you should drop out of this race after those comments? I just answered your question.
Wow. Absolutely wow. I gotta cut this off. I'm losing light. I'm still here. Like, subscribe. There's gonna be more videos. Obviously, there's gonna be more. I just want to talk about this. Is there a light on my fucking camera? Okay, hold on. Oh god, there we are. I just don't like my overhead light. It's too bright. But obviously that got really dark really fast. So, yeah, go ahead, leave a comment, leave a like, leave whatever you want to leave. There's a lot to talk about in this one. So, yeah, I'll leave that to you guys. I think